Okay, for page 4 and 5, they're both are my double page, and they both are the same. So we will create those. And what you will need for these 2 pages are going to be 2 pieces of cardstock cut at 5.5 by 9. You're going to need 2 pieces cut 4 by 8. And then you're going to need 2 pieces cut 5.5 by 7 3/4. These 2 are your tags, so you can put those aside. We're going to start with the 5.5 by 9, and that we are going to do is create our pockets. So 5.5 across, you want to come down and score it half, which you can score either here at this half or at 5. Rotate your paper and score it half, and then score it in the other half on the other side. And you want to do the same with both 5.5 by 9s. For the 4 by 8s, you want to score at a half, 4 across, 8 down, and score at half. And the same with the other one. Okay, move that out of the way. I'm going to start with page 4 first. And I'm going to go ahead and set these 2 aside since those are for the next page. Go ahead and take the 5.5 by 9 and go ahead and miter your corners to create your pocket. I'm going to add my adhesive, which I am using the Art Glitter Glue. And with your hinge side, you want to align the pocket up on the hinge side. And for your 4 by 8, we'll just go right over. And you want to just match that up to the top of your pocket. And again, this is going to have a magnetic closure on it, so I'm just putting an X here for magnet to remind myself. I'm going to take one of my tags. I am going to round my corners on my tags. It's not something that you have to do. And that's going to slip right in there. Like that. So let's go ahead and do page 5. Page 5, you want your hinge opening on your left hand side, and you want to just do the same thing on this one. And again, you're going to place your pocket on the against the hinge opening. Four by 8. Line it up against the pocket opening. And then your tag. There. And there's your double page. Flip page 5 over, and we're going to move on to page 6. Page 6 is just your page 6 and 7 are both the same as well, double-sided or double page, and we're just going to make the corner pocket here, and then the 2 tags. So, what I did for this is I cut one piece, 5.5 by 6.5, and then for your tags, you're going to cut 2 4 by 6, and I didn't cut the larger tags. Yeah. Let's see how big they were. Looks like they are 5.5 by 7. So, and I didn't cut mine out yet, but I will. Alright? So, on your 5.5 by 6.5, what you're going to do is you're going to take it just and, like we do with the crisscross, align your corners up with your cutting line. And you'll have 2 triangles. So for page 6, and then I need page 7. Now remember, page 6, your hinge is going to be at your right, and your page 7, your hinge is going to be towards your left. So we need to score a 1/2 inch. Rotate it and score another 1/2 inch. And I'm going to erase my writing on this. Go ahead and miter your corners to make your pocket. And see, I didn't miter that enough, so it's actually showing, so I need to come back and do it a little bit more on that. You don't want that showing. And just align it with the corner. Side to side. And then you want to do page 7 the same way. Needed more of an angle to hide that. This side. So your hinge is right here. Your hinge opening is right here, and you just want to line it up there. Just make sure that you're meeting the bottom of the page. And there's page 7. Turn it. You're going to have your hinge towards your right. And page 8, we are going to be doing just the flap, a pocket. Can you see that? Just the flap and a pocket. And then I did put a stopper down here, which I'm not going to do until I figure out what paper I'm going to be using in the decorations. So, all right. So your flap is going to be a 6 by 6, and your pocket piece is going to be a 2 1/4 by 7. And on the 2 1/4 by 7, you want to score half on and rotating another half, and then another half as well to make your pocket. And on the 6 by 6, you're going to just score at a half. Line it up at the top. Open your flap. Go ahead and line your corners for your pocket. And on this one, you just want to meet it up with the score line. You don't want to go over the score line. You just want to meet it up to the score line. And again, I'm going to put an X here for magnet. And there's page 7 or 8. Okay. Next, we're going to do page 9. Page 9 is, again, another vertical waterfall. We're going to do it the same way we did the other one. So, you want to have okay. So for the last page, sorry, for the page 8, you want to cut 2 tags, and I cut them 3 3/4 by 6 and 4 1/2 by 6, and those are actually going to be your tags for that page. And you can make your photo tags any size you want. Those are just the sizes that I did. So for the page 9, we want one piece of cardstock cut at 6 by 6, one cut at 5 1/2 by 6, one at 5 by 6 and a 4.5 by 6, and then 2 strips, one at 1 1/4 by 4 and one at 1 1/4 by 4.5. And on these, we're just going to make one score line on the pages. So your 4.5 by 6, you want to score at a half. Score it at a half there. 5 by 6, you want to do the same. Just score at a half. 5.5 by 6, score at a half. 6 by 6, score at a half. For your 4 1/4 by 4, you want to score it at 1/8 and then score it at a half. 4.5 by 5, 1 1/4 by 4.5, you want to score it at a half. Let's get page 9 up here. Sorry for my arm there. So we're going to start with the 6 by 6. Nope, we're going to start with the 1/4 by 4. Sorry. Let's go ahead and score your full lines over. And again, I'm doing it in the middle of the page, and I'm kind of eyeballing it here. So we're going to put down the 6 by 6 first. Leave it about 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. And we're going to do the 5 by 5, 5.5 by 6. And lay that right on top. Matching your 5 by 6 next. And then your last one, your 4.5 by 6. So, by scoring that your 1/4 by 4 at 1/8 and 1/2, that gives you your 1/8 gusset for the pages. Then you want to take your other piece, your 1/4 by 4.5, and then what I do again is I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not measuring. You can measure, I just don't. And what I do is I just kind of eyeball it and line it up to the other tag so that they match, line up with one another or match. Okay, and then I'm going to put a magnet here to hold them closed. Okay. Last page, page 10. You're going to need a 4 3/4 by 6, 1/4 by 5.5, and 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. So, on the 4 3/4 by 6, with the 4 3/4 at the top, just score down a 1/2 inch score. 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. You just want to score at 1/2 inch. And then your 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, you want to score at let me double check the right size on this. I don't think this is right. I cut mine at 5 1/2, but I don't think that's right. No, it's too big, so let me cut some of this off. So it is 5 1/4. Perfect. Okay. So this is 6 inches long, so I'm just going to eyeball it and put like an inch at each, the top and the bottom. Yeah, again, you can measure it, but I don't measure. I just eyeball things and hope and pray they come out good. And you want to put your little pocket on this. And the last thing is your belly band. And again, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm actually going to match it up to the one on the other side, because that way it looks perfect. Alright, I'm going to put an X here for a magnet, because this will have a magnetic closure there. Okay, that's it. That's all the pages for the book, which gives you 10 pages. And then you've got your album already completed. I'm not going to add my pages into my album as of yet. I'm not going to take them off and take the tape off, because I like to decorate prior to putting them in my book. But let me see if I can put them on here. And wow. Of course, it's not going to be as easy because I'm on film, but let's see. Okay, you guys get the gist. So there's your photo album complete. So again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, call me, whatever, and I will help you out. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate your support. Have a good one. Bye-bye.